Hi guys, Dutch, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at my Gryal survival kit. And there's a couple things I want to mention before we get started. The first thing is, several weeks ago, unfortunately, I had an accident here on the farm, and I ended up re-breaking my foot. And I think the first time that I broke it, I want to say it was about 6 years ago. And when I re-broke it this time, initially I thought that I had re-broken all 5 toes, but come to find out I only had re-broken 4, and I had re-broken the bones in the foot that I had broke before as well. I am doing much better. I'm up and I'm walking. I'm putting my boots on. I am doing some small property walks right now with a walking stick, but I still really don't feel comfortable enough getting out there and doing a real proper demonstration for you on the actual survival kit itself. But I did want to get a video out on it because I think it's probably the most dialed in modern kit I've ever done. And I think kits like this are extremely important to have. Even though my heart, as most of you know, is traditional campcraft, I do believe that there is a purpose, and I do believe that, we need kits like this. So that said, let's go ahead and bring the camera in and let's talk about the kit. I also want to mention this is probably going to be a little bit longer than you guys are used to because there is a lot of stuff in here, and it's a lot of stuff that I want to go over. But I think that you guys will appreciate that at the end of this video, just really understanding, knowing my mindset and how I was able to dial in so much in such a small package. So the first thing I want to get out of the way and talk about first is pocket carry stuff. Now, when I say pocket carry, sometimes people get kind of nutty about this. It doesn't necessarily have to be your pocket in your pants, right? It could be in jacket or shirt, and obviously your pants. Now, the first thing is tourniquet. Now, I did take that out of Mr. Dave Canberry's playbook, and I started carrying this about a year ago, and I highly recommend you carry some kind of tourniquet in your pocket body carry. I carry about 10 feet cordage, power cord, and I carry this multi-tool, and this is a Victronics multi-tool, and in my opinion, I think that for your money, that absolutely is the best pocket-sized multi-tool that you can buy. As you can see, it's about the size of a medium-sized knife, and it literally has everything you could ever want right inside there. And then I've got my small flashlight that I carry in my pocket and a regular sized Bic lighter. No duct tape or anything like that, but I will add that on these lighters, these plastic covers around them come in handy for lighting fire in wet conditions especially. It will give you a pretty intense burn that will last for a moderate amount of time, not extremely long, but it will fire up and it will burn hot and heavy for you when you need it. And then I carry a pocket handkerchief. Now, I have a ton of these, and it depends on what I'm doing that day. If I know I'm going out in the woods, then I carry one of my bright orange. So now let's start with the obvious outside stuff that I have incorporated into this kit. And this is one of many ham rodeos that I now have. And I always have one of these with me on the property and off the property. And then we have a home-based system here at the house. And it's just a real good way of knowing that if something happens to cell towers or something happens that's catastrophic, I have a way to get a hold of my wife at home, and we have a way to get a hold of people outside of our area. The other thing that I want to mention as well is these small ham radios are amazing for being able to get accurate weather in your area. And I think that that is an amazing feature. This is definitely something that you want to look into. Now, this is the Bofang, and I'm really not going to get into a debate on what radio is best. What I can tell you is these are extremely affordable, and from what I can tell, they do everything that I need them to do. Now, this is part of the bag that I'm going to talk about here in a few minutes. I don't think that this was the intended purpose. If I remember correctly, I think they make like a tumbler. And this is supposed to fit like a tumbler. But I got to messing around and I found out that the One Wind Ultralight Poncho is just a perfect fit and it works great. So we've got our One Wind Poncho. And then of course we've got our Gryal titanium press water system. Now I've got another video up that talks about this product right here. So again, I'm not going to go into too much detail on that. Most of you guys should know what the Grayl is. It's a water filtration system. And the titanium press, as you can see, comes with a nice cup or pot to boil water in or to prepare food. So now let's talk about this bag. Now, when I first started looking into this product, now this is, I believe, a collab between the Grayl company and another company, and to be honest with you, I can't remember the name of the other company. I bought this from the Grayl webpage. And when I saw the price of the bag, I kind of choked a little bit, but I read the details, and I went online and I started looking at feedback that other content creators were giving on the bag, and it all seemed very positive. So I decided, what the heck, I'll treat myself to a really good product, and I pulled the trigger and I bought it. And I will tell you that this is the best quality bag this size I've ever owned or ever seen. Everything from water sealed zippers to the way it was put together, the materials used, the potting. It just goes on and on and on. Extremely well done product. If you already own the Grayl titanium press, and you have the money, and you're looking for a kit bag for that Grayl, do not hesitate to pull the trigger on this bag. Now again, this is a grab and go bag for me. So I might not necessarily have a fixed blade on my belt that day. And one of my favorite knives for kits like this is this Bushcraft. And there's a couple reasons for that. They're extremely affordable. They come razor sharp. They're easy to maintain. You can beat the living heck out of them, and you can bring an edge back. It has a real good fit in my hand. It does not have a 90-degree spine, but that's something, if you wish you could put on there, you could do that. So I carry one of these Bushcrafts in this kit. It fits nice right here on top. If I do need a fixed blade, it's very easy to get into the bag and get the fixed blade out. And again, that's the Bushcraft. Nutrition stuff. So let's talk about that a little bit. So for kits like this that are made just to grab and go, you might just be going out for a couple hours or hitting a trail or just something to have in your vehicle. These are the things that I enjoy having and that I recommend picking up. And we've got some apple cider vitamin C instant packets. We've got 3 bouillon cubes. We've got some instant coffee, and we have some 100% raw sugar. I think that that's a really good mix of stuff that's lightweight and easy to carry, and if something were to happen and you had to stay put for a little bit of time, this would definitely help get you through that. So this is another product that I took out of Dave Canterbury's channel, and this is a pull start fire starter, and these things are just absolutely amazing. Dave's actually got a bunch of, I think, a couple of videos on that, and there's lots of guys out there who have made content on these, and I've used them, and they're absolutely incredible. And I think it's really important to have at least one of those in a kit like this. This assures you in any conditions you're going to get fire with just an easy pull of the string. Wet conditions, snow, it really doesn't matter. This provides so much heat and so much intensity so quickly and for so long that it really will save your life. Now this is my headlamp, and this is a sun blazer, and I really love this little headlamp. This is actually a product that I believe that Dave sells as well, but I think it might be marketed differently, as far as it might be like a Pathfinder edition. But it is I think now, the same exact flashlight or headlamp. Put that aside. And this is my power bank. And as you can see, it's beat up and banged up. And I know exactly how many phone charges I can get out of this. I know exactly how many lamp charges I can get out of this. And, I think that it's just really important to carry something so compact and so lightweight that can provide so much in regards to especially cell phone. Again, this is a grab and go kit. You're probably going to have your cell phone with you, and if something happens, you're going to want a way to charge it. And I will mention that my particular Bofang, I cannot charge with this power bank. Now, I am looking for an alternative power bank the same size that I can effectively charge all my electronic devices with just one power bank, but I have not found it yet. Now, to give you an idea, this power bank will charge my iPhone roughly 6 times full charge. Now, this is some Teflon cordage, and man, this stuff is tough. It's thin. It's, again, incredibly tough. And you could just do just a multitude of things with this. Tying stuff up, fishing, etc. So I believe I got this off of Amazon, and I think for this little spool, I want to say it was around $9. But 100%, if you're looking for modern tie stuff that's compact and tough, the Teflon. Okay, let's move into this front pocket now. And in this front pocket, we've got my compass. Now, I'm getting a lot of heat about this, because this is a compass that I think is the best compass that you could purchase right now. Period. And I'm not the only one that thinks that. I'm not saying that the other compasses that are recommended are bad. I'm just saying that this compass right here is a beast. And I want to say they run around $45. And by all means, definitely look up this this compass. And I'm going to say the name is Sportnier. And I'm not sure where I ended up buying mine. It might have been off of Amazon, but I did research it for a long time. And again, this compass just has incredible bells and whistles. It does not have the mirror. But, in my opinion, I think that this, for your money, this is the best compass on the market. And if you do the research, you will see that I am not the only one that believes that. Again, the compasses that are being recommended right now are great. There's nothing wrong with them. For me, I did the research, and this was the best compass that I could get a hold of. And then we've got our pace lanyard and our pace beads. And then I carry some zip ties. Now, these are orange zip ties, and I went with orange for, in my opinion, a very good reason. And when I started thinking about zip ties, I started thinking about all the obvious things that you use zip ties for. And then it hit me that if I went with a bright orange, that would make really good trail markers. So I switched to the orange for that purpose. Again, multitude of just stuff that you can do with these. On the fence right now, on the quantity, I think 5 is a good number. Now, what we have here is Gorilla Tape, and we have survey tape. Again, trail marking, Gorilla Tape, again, just tons and tons of stuff you can do with Gorilla Tape, right? Medical, from medical to repair to, it just goes on and on and on. And I had this little board here, so I just put it on this little board to keep everything kind of like compact and together. Highly recommend both of these items in a kit like this. We've got our pad. We've got a medium-sized glow stick. Another zip tie. And I carry this double N liner marker. It has like a traditional marker tip on that end, but then it's got a really fine tip here. And I think that this really works the best for me for a couple different reasons. For writing and for, obviously, tourniquet purposes. So let's get into the inside pockets. Fire. So we've got our ferro rod and our striker. We've got our lens. And we've got our Bic lighter. I think for a kit like this and where I'm at skill set wise, this is more than enough. Hand warmers. People don't talk enough about hand warmers. Hand warmers are incredible for keeping your core of body temperature where you want it to be. Great to have if your hands are cold. Great to have if your feet are cold. It just goes on and on and on. Small, compact, definitely need to have hand warmers in your kit. Now this is a really neat, compact, very simple first aid kit. And what I really liked about this first aid kit was that it really has some pretty cool stuff in it that you don't normally see in kits like this. And I'll just run down what's here. What's here is antiseptic wipes, burn gel, we clear round bandages, shear bandage. We've got clear bandage. We've got sterile gauze. We've got triple antibiotic. And the triple antibiotic, the antiseptic wipe, and the burn gel were just an incredible addition, in my opinion, to having something this small and this compact. Great little first aid kits. And I believe it or not, my wife got this for me somewhere, and it came in a box. I think there was 3 in a box, and I ended up with one of them for this kit. Great stuff. Now these are marketed as pain relief pads or patches for your feet. You can put these elsewhere. You can put them on an elbow, a shoulder, your back, of course your foot, your heel. And they do have pain relief medicine in them. I thought that was a huge bonus as well. And we have, I believe they call these shower wipes. And essentially what happens is when you get these wet, they soap up. And I could cut this into 4 pieces and I can use it for bathroom emergencies. And then we've got our Repel. Now, in my area, here in Southern Virginia, of course, lots of bugs, lots of ticks. This is a must-have. Super glue. Primarily because I wear glasses, and more than once, I have broken them out on adventures. So, I carry a little bottle of super glue to help out with that. Also great for first aid and small cuts. Great stuff to have in kit. Vaseline. Now, this is another item that really is a crossover item. It's great for fire making. Obviously great for lubrication. And again, here in the South, I kind of grew up with this as far as dry skin care. And then we have our tick remover. These are very cheap, very affordable. Pick them up anywhere. I have big fat fingers and I'm half blind. So having something like this is a lifesaver for me. And then we've got some chapstick, another crossover item. Thank you so much for stopping by today, and I hope you enjoyed looking at my Grayl survival kit. I want to thank everybody who comes by the channel, and I want to remind everybody to stay safe out there.